Hey everyone, welcome to our virtual science class. Who knew that the last time we were in class that it would be so long before we would see each other again? And I just want you to know that I really do miss you guys. And hopefully you are, I know you guys are probably missing being together at campus. So I wanted to, just for the sake of what we would do in class, is start with a blurt question. We're gonna do three of the easy side, and then I'll do three of the more challenging side. So if you're at home with someone and you want to compete with them, maybe you would want to do that. But here we go. So I'm actually going to use a puppet. I've been using this with my younger class. So this is Finley the Frog. All right, so here we go. The first one is a long, loud, mournful cry made by dogs or wolves. Howl. Yes, howl is correct. Hopefully you got that. All right, the next one. To bang your foot down while dancing or in anger. To bang your foot down while dancing or in anger. Stomp. Last of the easy ones. A place where stray animals, especially dogs, may be officially taken or kept. A place where stray animals, especially dogs, may be officially taken or kept. If you said pound, you are correct. All right, now for the challenging side. An artistically arranged bunch of flowers. An artistically arranged bunch of flowers. Bouquet. Thankfully, I have this little frog to help me here. All right, the next one, a building used for sheltering and repairing aircraft. A building used for sheltering and repairing aircraft. Give you guys a hint. These are, you use these to hang clothes on also. However, it would be a homophone. It's not spelled the same way, and that would be a hangar. Hangar is the building used for sheltering aircraft. And the last one, land covered with grass and plants on which animals graze. Land covered with grass and plants on which animals graze is a what is it? A pasture. So there you go for our warm-up, our blurt warm-up. I'm going to go ahead and put Finley back over here, and then we will get started with our first online science lesson. So the first thing I wanted to mention and speak to you about is our science project. Hopefully by now you have chosen your topic. I have heard from a few people already, but I need to hear from the rest of you. So I'm gonna give you a deadline of April the 2nd to have your topic chosen. And you wanna get those into me because, like I mentioned in the email, we don't want repeats. So so far there haven't been any repeats. The people that have messaged me all have different ideas. And then the due date will be April the 16th is when your project will be due. So keep that in mind, and you don't wanna wait till the last minute. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so we're gonna jump back into our geology unit. So we started this unit with looking at the different continents and plate tectonics. We studied a little bit about earthquakes, and we ended at campus the last time we met together, we were learning about volcanoes. So today we're gonna be moving on to mountains. So a mountain is just a large, steep hill. And then here's a hill. So hills are less steep, obviously not as high. So here's this guy, and he has made it to the summit of this mountain. We're going to be specifically talking about mountain ranges. So a mountain range is a chain or line of mountains connected together. Some of the local mountain ranges here in our own county are the Lagunas I just actually drove out to the Laguna Mountains this past Saturday to try to get out and do some hiking, get outside my house. And there's lots of snow up there. There's snow right now, so if you have a chance to get out with your family, that might be a little nice venture out activity that you can do. So we have the Lagunas, the Cuyamacas, San Ysidro Mountains, San Marcos Mountains, the Sawtooth Mountains, and those are all just local mountain ranges here in San Diego. Anybody want to take a guess at how many mountain ranges there are in California? I'll give you a minute to think about that. Just give it a shot. How many local mountain ranges? All right, that number would be 196. So in California alone, there are 196 mountain ranges. So keep that in mind. It's not just one mountain, but a range of mountains. And then worldwide, what do you think about that? Think worldwide, every continent, how many mountain ranges? So keep in mind, just in one state alone, there's 196. Just kind of use that to come up with your estimate, with your guess. All right, there are, remind myself, okay. $1,809,000 mountain ranges. So if you can follow me over to the map here, we'll take a look at some of these. So North America, we have starting up in Alaska and kind of coming down through Canada, reaching into the United States, the Rocky Mountain Range. And it comes down through Colorado, down into New Mexico. On our eastern coast, we have the Appalachians, which come again through Canada, down through the East Coast here. And then going to South America, of course, there's the Andes in South America. Let's go into Europe, and of course we have the Alps mountain range. In Africa here we have the Atlas range. And again, there are multiple more. I'm just pointing out a few of the more commonly known ranges. Over here in Asia, we have the Himalayas, and of course, many, many more. So let's take a look at what the features of a mountain are. And I will be posting a YouTube video that I would like for you to watch of some of the most famous mountain ranges, and also one on how the Himalayas were formed. Beautiful scenery. So please be sure that you take advantage of watching that, and I will attach that to the email that I send the video on. We're going to be doing the sketch, the weekly sketch that we do. So if I forgot to mention that you should probably have your textbook out while participating in these lessons. So if you haven't gotten that out, go ahead and pull your textbook out. And you're gonna wanna open up to page number 177. I'll write that up here for you. So page 177. Excuse me, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Oh, you don't need to do that. All right, I'm back. So page 177, and you'll see something that looks about like this. I tried my best to replicate that up here. So hopefully it'll work. It will work for us. So the first thing I want to point out, these different layers here, these are different layers of rock and soil that we call strata. Everyone say strata. So these are the layers of rock and soil. And there's different features here that I'm going to be pointing out and explaining to you. So I'll try to go slow enough for you to be able to write down these terms as we go. And I will also be taking a picture of what's in my book, and I'll attach that also to your email. So if you weren't able to keep up, you can go back and refer to that and then fill in your terms in your textbook. So right here we have what's called a nap. And this is a sheet of rock that has moved sideways as a result of a folding of the different layers of the Earth's crust. So nap, N-A-P-P-E, nap. This here is what is called a recumbent fold, So it's two limbs, or what we would just call sections of crust that are they're actually parallel. You can see these are parallel to each other, and that is called a recumbent fold. Give me a moment to write these down. Next we have here, this is called an anticline. An anticline is a fold of rock sloping downward. So another fold of rock sloping downward. Anticline. And then we have syncline. Syncline is a trough or a fold of rock in which the strata slope upward. So here's kind of the trough, and then you have an upward slope, and that is called a syncline. Next, just a valley, simple valley. And then here you're going to see a fault. Here are some fault lines, and we talked about those when we were discussing earthquakes. So large blocks caused by different pressures, stresses within the Earth's crust create these faults. Then you're going to see two kind of platforms here, and we call this horst. So horst is a raised block of the Earth's crust lying between two faults. So it's kind of like just these platforms have been raised up, call that horst. And then right in between it creates a valley. We call that a rift valley, which is a depression with steep walls found between fault systems. Again, you'll see that there. Hopefully you were able to get all of those labeled, and again, I will take a picture of what's in the text and email that to you. So if you didn't get to fill all of that in, don't worry about it. I'll get that information to you. All right, I want to do a little demonstration here. So I'm going to move this over. And I have some dish towels here, so I'm just going to be layering these out. These are going to represent our strata, all right? These various layers of rock and soil. So we're just going to look at how mountains are created. So here we go. So we layer these. You can do this at home if you'd like. Lots of fun. Probably have lots of time on your hands right now, so you might want to go into your linen closet, pull out the dish towels, and have some fun. Okay, so here's our strata, and I'm going to use two school boxes here just to create some pressure and stress on these layers. And so you're going to see what happens. I want you to keep in mind what we just, the features that you just labeled, and see if when you see this pressure applied here, if it looks similar to what you see on the whiteboard. So here we go. This is so exciting. Just apply some pressure. Okay. Move it around a bit. And then I'm going to come around on this side. So we're going to take a look here. So you can kind of see, and I'm going to just add a little more pressure in here. Okay. You can see kind of similar to some of the features that you labeled. All right. First of all, we see the different layers here. You can see maybe this looks like a recumbent fold. You have these parallel layers there. You have little valley there. Maybe the nap anticline. All right, so there you go. There you have it. When the pressure is applied and the Earth's crust begins to move, that is what results is the formation of different mountains. So again, have fun doing that. I'm going to leave this here and I'm going to walk over to the whiteboard now. We're going to answer some questions that are in your textbook. So you're going to want to turn to page number 180. So go ahead and start turning to page 180 in your textbook. Again, that's page 180. And there are some discussion questions there at the bottom. And again, I'll answer these, and I will also be following up and giving you the information printed. So you can try to write and keep up, but again, if you're not able to, you will get all of the information needed in the email to answer their questions. So again, you should be looking on page 180, and the first question, number 1, is what 4 factors contribute to the formation and the destruction of mountains? So what 4 factors contribute? And you have those questions right in front of you. So those 4 factors would be volcanoes. We talked about how volcanoes actually can help in forming mountains. Earthquakes, continental collisions, and weathering. And in, I think it's our next unit, we're going to be talking a lot about weathering. So those are the 4 contributing factors to the formation and the destruction of mountains. Question number 2. What are some of the newer mountain chains around the globe, and what are some of the older ones? So some of the newer mountain chains are the Himalayas, mountain ranges, the Alps, and then some of the older are the Appalachians, and then the Highlands, which are in Switzerland. So again, when you watch the videos on YouTube, you're going to see some of these ranges that we are making reference to. Number 3, what can the Earth's crust tell us about the mountains? So scientists and geologists, they study the Earth's crust in order to learn about our past. So the Earth's crust records the history of the uplift of mountains and the erosional forces that destroy them. So it records the history of the uplift of mountains and the erosional forces that destroy them. That's how they're able to know which mountains are newer, which are older, just by looking at what's going on within the crust of our Earth. And then the last question, number 4, explain how the Himalayan mountains were formed. So the Himalayan mountains were formed when the Indo-Australian plate and the Eurasian plate collided and forced rock up to form the mountain chain. So again, think of, as I was pushing those containers across those dish towels, how that was taking place. There was force, and then there was a mountain being created. And you'll enjoy watching the videos. I hope that you'll enjoy watching the videos that I send to you, so you can see for yourself. The last thing I'd like you to do is to turn to page 162 in your text. So page 162, actually that might be the wrong page. Hold on just a moment. I think that's 162 in mine. We have the teacher guide. Okay, so yes, 162 in my book, and in your book, it's going to be page number 176. So as you know, we participate in weekly science experiments. And so the one for this coming week is, the question is, how does the rock cycle work? And I think it's an easy enough one that you can do at home. You should have these materials just laying around your house. You'll need a crayons, a grater, a butter knife, a pencil sharpener, foil, a bowl, warm water, and foil muffin cups. So it's really fun to do. I will be demonstrating, but I think that it would be more meaningful to you and actually just more fun for you to actually do it at home. So if you want to take a look at this page today, and you can kind of gather your materials up, and then we will be doing this on Tuesday. So again, I would prefer that you do it at home, but I will also be demonstrating to the best of my ability to show you what would happen. So if you could maybe just look at it, and I'll let you know specifically when you would need to do it by. So just stand by and you'll be hearing from me with regards to that. So that concludes for today. And again, I'll be sending the video to you shortly, and then also the links to the YouTube videos for you to watch as well. So have a great day. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and hopefully this will be over fairly soon and we'll all be able to come back to class again. Have a great day. Until next time.